We have called you today so that we can announce that the strike that we commenced on 27th October this year has been officially called off yesterday, following 1 week of protests as a result of non-payment of staff salaries for close to 8 months for the last 3 to 4 years. Now, I want to take this opportunity first above all, to thank our members very sincerely for the support that they gave us during the difficult times that we had the whole of last week. Strikes are normally successful if the members own the strike. I want to put it on record that our members really supported us countrywide. All the connections that we had in Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Nyeri, Kakamega worked. And every time we consulted, we found that the members were participating in the strike fully. It's as a result of that strike that now made Posta to move very fast and start looking for money to pay workers. I'm so grateful for you. I have the confidence now that even in the future, when we want to look for whatever we want, it will be possible, because I'm encouraged by the kind of support that you gave me during the strike. I also want to thank the Ministry of Labor for coming in very quickly to intervene by appointing a conciliator to help us do the strike. I'm grateful to them. That's the way it should be. Now, we went to court, and went to court because I had been charged for non-compliance with the court order. And as you're aware, for those who supported me, the workers in Nairobi who came with me to court, I also thank them very well. I thank them so much for the effort they did. And as a result of that, we were able to explain our position and explain the position of the workers. And the judge agreed with us that despite the fact that we had defied the law, which we apologized for, and I want to support the legal team from Posta, who also considered that there was a problem in Posta. People had not had salary for quite a number of months, and therefore there was reason for them to be out. But then the parties agreed that there's need for us to come back on the table and see how we can work together, how we can plan how to raise money so that this kind of situation does not occur again. So we worked together, and the judge urged us to go back to court on Friday, or on Wednesday 5th, which was yesterday. And like you have seen in the court order that we have shared, we have been given quite fairly a good order, which requires that by the end of the month of December 31st, all the 5 months owing to members shall have been paid, and that from now on, all the salaries will be paid once every month to all employees, irrespective of the regions they work in, irrespective of the grades they have. This has been evidenced with the salary they pay this has been evidenced in the salary that was paid for the month of September and also the month of October. It has been confirmed in that agreement that yes, the salary for November is equally going to be paid by 30th November. It has also been confirmed in that order that the salary for December will also be paid before 31st of December, which means that moving forward, the salary will be paid every month to everybody across board. And it's also confirmed in that agreement that the remaining 5 months of salary will be cleared by 31st of December this year. The order also tells us that if at any time any of the orders given is not implemented, we have the right to call a strike immediately without giving a notice and without going back to court again. So we must remain observant so that we do what the court has provided for us. we are not happy going for strikes, because if we go for strikes, we don't get money to pay the salary. But where we cannot get money on a good time, we'll definitely go on the strike. And the employees have proved to the management of Postal Corporation of Kenya that yes, they know how to demand for their rights, and as a union, we'll always support them so that they demand their rights. The other things that we are going to address and which we must address is the issue of non-remittance of statutory deductions. We will first take priority on cooperatives so that the cooperative circles are paid. We'll be having a meeting next month, which we must discuss with the management so that they give us a payment plan they have to pay the pension, the salaries, the subscription which is meant to go to the circles. We know that our members are mostly in Teleposta Circle, they are also in Sharia Circle, they are also in Shirika Circle and Postmail. We'll have to have a meeting with all the circles so that we give a clearly written agreement signed by all the parties that with effect from this particular time, this money will be paid in this sense. From January, the demand is, although this was not covered in the agreement, in our next meetings with the conciliator and PCK, it must be put in a record that from January we must pay gross salary to employees, but not net salary as it has been in the past years. They must be prepared to look for money to pay that money so that everybody pays gross salary. We are also going to demand that there should be no memorandum of understanding between Post and the banks. The employees must be paid their salary in full. They take that salary to the bank so that the bank can make arrangements with them how to get the loans. So that Post Office will have to take the money to circles, they take the money to the banks, let the banks and the circles make arrangements how they are going to get their loans and how it will be paid. So that issue must be done by January. We must also come back in the month of January to find out how we can go back to the pension scheme so that the pension scheme is paid their money, so that everybody who retires in this organization should be able to get home and get his monthly pension and get his lump sum so that he can enjoy his pension in the last days of their life. That must happen within the next year. We have been able to talk to the management and we are in agreement that we must do that. Finally, we must also look at how are we going to stop this problem so that it's not a question of fighting every year, every month, every year we are fighting for salaries. Posta has an obligation to pay the people. We are aware that the government is not obligated in law to give Post Office money. It's a commercial entity. They have to make money and be able to get profit and pay dividends to the government. If that management and by extension the board of this union, of this organization cannot be in a position to do that, then they must leave those positions. They must retire and leave those positions. We can't have a board and a management team which cannot make for 5 years and cannot make profit, and they sit there and we keep on fighting for the employees. That must happen. I'm aware that the government has given an okay for PCK management and the board to look for a strategic partner to help them infuse new funding into this organization. The union welcomes that idea, and we are able to meet with them from coming next month so that with that meeting we can know which organization it is, what are they going to bring, how is it going to affect our workers who are working, what are the benefits, so that if that happens, then we are sure that moving forward from next year, the Post Office should not be in a position where people work for 7 months and don't get salary. That must not happen again. So the Postmaster General, Bwana Tanui, the board head by my sister Rose Nyamunga, must come back to meet us from next month so that we put a clear roadmap to make sure that the Post Office does not come back to that slumber that we did. I also want to say that their team, the people in management, there are people in this organization whose interest is just to look for how much money they can get. We are getting some information that there are people who are just trying to make money out of the hard work that people are doing. If you know you are that kind of person, If we find the information, we shall put it forward so that we must close all the loopholes where money is generated, but it goes to a few individuals' pocket. That must stop. Right now, we don't have evidence, but we do have information that there are people in key positions who are joking with the money that members raise. We can't allow that to happen. So this we are going to investigate, and if we have information, we are going to report it to authorities so that the money is even investigated and the post office can make money. Post office has the largest outlets in this country. Down to my rural home in Siaya to Lamu, we can do the business. We have one of the biggest outlets in this country with over 625 outlets. They can compete all the people in this world in terms of this business because they have the biggest outlet. All they need that they should be facilitated to have logistics to take business to those areas. Two, they must improve on their ICT infrastructure so that they are able to fast track mails. You see, if I go to any of these matatus here and I put a parcel to my home in Siaya, I'll be given information. That message will be tracked up to Siaya, and when the message is received, I'll get a message back. How come post office cannot do that? Post office must do it. They must do it. ICT must be improved so that we have an ERP that can be able to monitor that. So that's the only way we shall be able to compete. Because you go to Guardian, you put a parcel, it reaches Kisii. The Kisii people will tell you we have received it. You don't lose it, but here we cannot deliver the same day. PCK is the only organization that were given 2 buses by UPU. For the last 5 years, they have not even bought a new bus. If you gave that bus to a fellow in Kisii or in Moranga, they will buy 2 buses out of that bus. But they were given 2 buses for free. But they were not paying any loan. They can't run those buses to make profit. What organization do we have? So this must happen. Changes must be there. If they don't want change will change them. So with this we are going to do. I'm determined to do it, and I know history will judge me well. I just want to thank our members to go back and work much more so that we can get much more money. And next year we should be able to do a CBA for you so that you get some salary increase because you deserve it. Thank you so much for giving me the support they gave me in the period. It was enormous. I'm happy about it. I've even seen the response on the WhatsApp pages we are sharing. It is positive. I will soon be visiting all the stations in the country so that we give you the thank you and to give us support. And we also ask you to give support to the management so that they do a better business. May God help you all. If we don't meet, I know Christmas is about. By the time we are going for Christmas, if the money is paid, we shall enjoy Christmas together. Thank you so much, and may God help you all. Hiyo kitu simeingia itakata yangu imekuja tu. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for reminding me. I also want to let the employees know that if you go through that court order that we signed, it is clearly stated that there will be no victimization whatsoever against the workers solely for participating in the strike. The judge did mention that because of the prevailing good understanding and the cooperation that existed between the union and the employer, there should be no victimization. And the victimization is not just about employer victimizing employees. Even the union should not victimize the employer. That therefore means that I know there are some letters which had been written and put somewhere in the corner so that those whose photographs had been taken, those who sang solidarity are going to be, will be charged and maybe told to explain why they took part in the strike. The law allows Kenyans under Article 41 of the Kenyan Constitution to participate in a strike, and so long as the strike is given notice like we did, it becomes a protected strike, and therefore we striked officially, and the strike has been declared have been declared as closed, and therefore you go back to work, and anybody who may want to victimize you in any way, please just call us, let us know, and we'll deal with the situation. Now, when you go back to the place of work, please let us double our efforts so that we do better than we have done, so that as we go for Christmas, then we should be in a position to do much better. I know that post office during the month of December have that luxury of closing the offices so that they go for Christmas holiday. We have no time to close for luxury. We must get money during Christmas. If there's people who are still working and are able to give us services to take our things home, if we have people who want to travel using the post liner, we must be able to open. We must get enough staff to open. This habit of management team closing and going home during Christmas so that they get an excuse of not paying people because the offices were closed. We cannot go to close offices. We must work and generate money so that by next year we are back to business. This is the appeal I'm making to the Postmaster General, and I know he will listen to this video. We shall share with him. We are not in a position when we have to relax and go home just to go and get Christmas. Christmas is normally for 2 days. You can't close offices for all those days and then you say we didn't have money because Christmas is a bad month because you went holiday. You holiday and you don't even have money to eat. So that must not happen because members are suspecting that they will say Christmas, no, December is a bad month, so we have gone for holidays, offices were closed, so now let us pay salaries in January. That will not happen. You will have Christmas when we have a strike. So that's the position, and I think may God bless you all, and those who will have the chance to go for Christmas. If we don't meet and talk, please do have a good Jamhuri Day next month, and also enjoy your Christmas. But I may be visiting a few stations very soon, starting from next week. We'll be meeting, and I think God will bless us and have a beautiful time. Thank you so much. God bless.